Alright guys, so now we're going to install the jQuery Fancybox plugin, which is really cool because it's not only a light box that pops up and so you can view the full image, but you also have a little control panel where you can actually scroll through the gallery. You can even use a slideshow mode where it'll switch by itself. So it's pretty cool. So what you want to do is go to fancybox.net, and there's a lot of information on how to use it, the API syntax, tips and tricks. So what we want to do is click right here where it says download Fancybox 2, and this gives you some more information. I'm going to click on license and download, and I'm going to download the latest version, which at this time is 2.1.5. Alright, so we need to do a few things here. I'm going to go to my gallery folder, alright, and go to the package I just downloaded. Open that zip up. So we have quite a few things here. Basically what we want to look at is the source folder. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this into our application folder. Alright, first of all we want, let's get all these images. Okay, so all these .gif files and .pngs. Alright, and I'm going to bring those over to our images folder. Okay, next let's open up the CSS folder, and we want to grab jQuery.fancybox.css. Bring that over. Okay, next, actually in the helpers folder we have some more CSS files. Okay, we want to grab buttons and thumbs.css. Bring those over. Okay, also we have another image here, Fancybox buttons. I'm going to bring that over to our images folder. Alright, and now we'll do the JavaScripts. Okay, so we want to get this JavaScript file and this one. And then in helpers, we want the buttons, media, and thumbs JavaScript files. Okay, so I think that should be it. Yeah, alright, let's try this. Alright, so now we need to link all of these to our index page. Okay, so back in our index.html, you want to go to the head area, and we'll first link our style sheets. I'm just going to so link rel style sheet href is going to go to css slash jQuery.fancybox.css. Alright, now I'm going to copy this line. Okay, now this one here is going to be jQuery.fancybox-buttons. And this one here will be -thumbs. And actually that's it, we don't need another one here. Okay, so there's our CSS files. Now we'll do our JavaScripts. Make sure that your script references go under your jQuery reference. Alright, so let me just copy this. Okay, so the first one here is going to be jQuery.fancybox.pack.js. Alright, next one is going to be jQuery.fancybox-buttons.js. Let me just copy this. Whoops. Okay, so jQuery.fancybox-media.js, and then this one will be thumbs.js. Alright. Alright, so that's all our references or declarations, whatever you want to call them. If we go back to the Fancybox page and go to instructions, okay, so basically we've done all this. Now we need to add this bit of code as well, which basically is an initializer. Alright, so I'm going to put that right here. Okay, and now we need to add our attributes. And let me see. Alright, so here's an example. We have a link. Okay, well, first of all, we have an image. So this here is the image. And then we have a link surrounding that image with a class of Fancybox, a rel attribute of group. Okay, so this can be whatever you want your group of images to be named. And then a link to the image. Alright, so we're going to do that down here. So we're going to create an A tag, and we want a class of Fancybox. Alright, and we also want to have, we want to create a group of images. So data Fancybox group. We'll call it gallery. And alright, so that should be good for now. And you want to put the ending A tag. Oh, we also need an href with the location of the image. Okay, so this is going to be img/image1.jpg. Alright, so I'm going to copy this A tag and all its attributes and paste it in. Okay, also the ending A tag. And we want to change the images numbers. Okay, that looks good. Alright, let's see if that works. Okay. So it's popping up for us, but we don't have that control panel. We can't switch the image. And I think that's because our paths to our images are wrong in the CSS files. So we need to go to, where are we? CSS, and I'm going to go to the Fancybox CSS file and search for the word image. Okay, and we just want to look for paths. Alright, you can see here the background image Fancybox sprite.png, but it's looking in the same directory as this file, the CSS file. So we need to change this path. So we want to do a .. and that's going to bring us out 1, so from the CSS to the main directory, and then from there we want to go in the image folder. Alright, so we just want to add this to all of our image references, and we got one here, here, and it looks like that's it for this file. So I'm going to save it, close that. I'm going to go on the buttons, do the same thing. Okay, so here we have another image reference. Alright, so that's it for that one, so we'll save that. Okay, we'll do the thumbs. Looks like there isn't any image in here. Alright, so let's see if that works. Alright, so now we have our arrows, and we can X out. Now one thing that we don't have is the little control panel up here. Alright, so basically that's a helper, so we just need to add that to our JavaScript right here. So basically inside of the Fancybox, these parentheses right here, we're going to put in some curly braces. Alright, and we just want to say helpers and then some more curly braces, and say buttons. Alright, just like that. So we're going to use the button helper. So if we save that and then reload, now we have the panel. Alright, so perfect. So it's coming together. Next, what we want to do is be able to switch categories. Alright, so we're going to have to add some attributes to each image, specifying which category they're in, and then we'll be able to use this and we'll be done.